So this might be the game I had confused Gore with. I don't know if it was, because I didn't know this existed until I stumbled across it on GOG. Firestarter is a 2003 first-person shooter developed by the Ukrainian CSC Game World, best known for STALKER. But they made more than just STALKER. Cossacks series of RTS games is their second most well-known thing, but they did a few more other titles. I actually think Firestarter is connected to STALKER. See, when Shadow of Chernobyl was in its earliest stages of long troubled development, it was an arena shooter named Oblivion Lost. Now, even if Firestarter isn't what became of that, some of their ideas for Oblivion Lost definitely went into it. To what extent? I'm not sure. But it's an interesting piece of STALKER history that I haven't seen anyone brought up. What the fuck is this? The premise is, in the distant future of 2010, the advanced virtual reality system, which takes your brain to another dimension, pay close attention, Firestarter, is being attacked by a computer virus, trapping the user in a game that they need to complete in less than 48 hours, or they die in real life. And this is the game. What you're playing is that game. This feels like a tie-in to a schlocky movie written by someone who doesn't understand video games about a deadly video game where you get to play the game itself. Except there is no movie. As far as I'm aware, this isn't based on anything other than the early 2000s obsession with The Matrix. First impressions. Oh my god, that's the funky shit. I'm doing flips every time I jump off one of these pads. Oh my fuck, what is this third person camera? Why is the crosshair just a giant arrow? Also in third person view, the player model doesn't do a flip when you jump. Oh god, I got killed by scenery just like that. I can tell right from the music that Firestarter was named after that song from The Prodigy. This soundtrack was composed by Moose, who also did the ambient tracks in STALKER. This is the perfect beat for the action here. I fucking love this. But the sound design here, separate from the music, is kinda just blech, underwhelming. It feels weak sauce. I hear the thunder, but there's no rain. On the other side of presentation, the visuals. I have such mixed feelings on it. On one hand, the environments are so lifeless and devoid of personality. Just corridors, grey corridors, endless industrial grade corridors. There's nothing but grade corridors throughout. They don't even give each level a proper name. It's just Industrial 1, Industrial 2, Industrial 3, Industrial 4, Industrial 5, Empire 1, Empire 2, Empire 3, Empire 4, Empire 5, Space 1, Space 2, Space 3, Space 4, Space 5, Arena. But, on the other hand, the character design is great. I love how the enemies look. Granted, they did rip off a good portion of them. The players also look pretty cool. The guns also look pretty good too, even if they feel underwhelming to use. Oh, don't worry, I'll get to them. So here is how the game goes. Level starts, you got 15 seconds to prepare, pick up weapon and ammo, kill enemies, get the artifact. Bingo! New enemy, kill the new horde, artifact. Bingo! Pick up the new weapon, kill the new horde, artifact. Bingo! New horde, kill it, new weapon, pick it up, artifact. Bingo! New horde, kill them all, new weapon, artifact. Bingo! Grab the new weapon, clear the new horde, artifact. Bingo! New horde, artifact. Bingo! New wave, artifact. Bingo! New weapon, another wave of enemies, artifact. Bingo! Invaders must die! Grab the artifact. Bingo! 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 Maybe there's a boss fight at the end. Bingo! And that is how the entirety of Firestarter goes. That's the whole fucking game right there. No exaggeration. Bingo! The repetition, I presume, is just the virus makers trying to wear you down as hard as possible in a game of mental attrition. My first impressions were that this was going to be like Quake 3, a game whose single player is endless matches against bots. It isn't that. This is more akin to those shooters where you're thrown into an arena full of foes to kill. Once you've cleared them, you move on to the next arena to repeat that with downtime and the like. Games like Serious Sam, Painkiller, Hard Reset, the Doom reboot. I'm not sure what you call these, gauntlet shooters? They're not really boomer shooters, despite them being seen as the torchbearers of the old school FPS until the late 2010s came along with New Blood. I have complicated feelings on gauntlet shooters as a whole. I like Serious Sam, though I'm not really serious about the series as a whole.
Oh, brother!
But Painkiller is a game I want to love. It is aesthetically made for me, and I love how the guns feel, but I just can't get into it. I don't know why, but it just fails to engage me. The core gameplay loop is just too mind-numbingly repetitive. That's really my biggest issue with the gauntlet shooter. It's just a constant stream of nothing to really shake it up. Firestarter is even worse with how artificial it is. There's no attempt at natural flow, it is shamelessly blatant in how gamey it is. It just approaches its arcadiness in a way that developers know how to avoid. Like the way it announces a new enemy has arrived. This truly feels like it was designed by those screenwriters who made the hypothetical film this was a tie-in to. Like, I know people love to say, whenever talking about these budget jank shooters, oh, this is like a game the game would be playing in Law and Order with an N64 controller. But this takes it to a whole another level. This is the ultimate fake video game alongside Cube 2, Sauerkraut. Conceptual gun. Oh, it's a plasma rifle. I wonder how this would fare playing it with others. If only this had multiplayer with co-op and deathmatch. Oh, it does. Well, I tried to play the deathmatch with a friend, but the multiplayer just doesn't work. The original dedicated servers are long dead, so LAN was the only option. Except it still doesn't work. Trying to join a game just crashes it. And when I tried to look up to see if there were any fixes, it was just people reporting the same problem with no solution. I think it's something worth looking into if it can be fixed. If you're one of those voodoo people, magic people. I went through all the trouble of kidnapping someone for nothing, damn. You're no good for me, I don't need it, nobody. Firestarter has multiple player characters to pick from, who have their own abilities and stats. I went with the agile, vaguely golf girl because of course I would. Her special ability is time manipulation. The ability to rewind. She can rewind and has bullet time. Okay, well, the slowing down you see in all this footage isn't actually that, as it's part of the game regardless of who you pick. You can turn it off in the settings, but I only found that out when I was in the last few stages. So I had gotten used to it to the point that playing without it fucked my muscle memory up. Alongside that, she has invisibility, mind control powers. Due to how long it takes to charge the bar and then being placed on the function keys, I barely used the powers aside from the rewind. That's more because the game automatically did it for me when I died. Which happened a lot due to how I could barely tell that I was being shot at. Me picking the character with the lowest HP didn't help either. My fault for being a woman, I guess. Gunplay is just... it feels like there is no impact. Shots feel soft. And of course hit feedback is pretty bad. Like I said, it is hard to tell if I'm being shot at or if my shots landed. The constant slow motion didn't help either, which I think is to compensate for how quickly you can just die. Or it might be just to be cool as it's 2004. I'm not sure if the game going slow mode was ever actually useful. Difficulty wise, it gets really hard and in a cheap way. I don't think it is just me being bad at video games. There's a lot of jank. It is so easy to die from glitching into the wall. Plus you can barely tell when being attacked by a firing squad of hit scanners. It's just so exhausting. I ended up having to turn down the difficulty to easy in the last few stages. Some people might call me a fake gamer for that, a fraud, but fuck them and their law. But then the game became such a cakewalk. The only danger I had was just me accidentally touching the wrong part of the map and instantly collapsing from a stroke. Conclusion rockets? Guess it's time for a conclusion to this video. Overall thoughts on Firestarter? It's not the bitch I hated seeing as how filthy infatuated I can be. It's not the bitch I hated seeing as how filthy infatuated I can be. There's a few cool things here, but the overall experience is mostly just nothing. I don't think people back then when it came out bought it or even pirated it. This feels like a game people only played because they got it bundled with a graphics card or a magazine.
Bingo!